Alright, let's continue with part 2. We're kind of ran out of time, but I want you to make sure you can see where I get everything from for cosine. So if we look at cosine, I have all my values here. And again, I'm going to start now at 1. So if you notice my graph, I'll do it in blue. There's my 1. 0.87, it's about there. We don't use the 0.71 because I said we're not going to use 45. And 0.5, and then 0. Okay. Remember we said this is going to be 1, and this is going to be negative 1. So if we go downwards, this is going to be 0.5, then 0.86, then 1, then negative 0.86, negative 0.5, then 0, then 0.5, 0.86, then 1. So if I look at my graph, now I can see the curve it makes. Now again, this is tough for me to do on my little pad here, but it makes a nice smooth curve like that. We can do the negatives. So remember, 1, 2, 3 blocks, negative pi over 2. 1, 2, 3, negative pi. Negative 3 pi over 2. Negative 2 pi. And again, it's going to share the same highs and lows. So it's just going to be over here. It'll be 0, negative 1, 0, 1. So if I graph it better, notice how I'm trying to go through them all. Oops. You can see there's my other half. And if you reflect it over this axis, you're going to get the same graph over. Okay? Just move it over and there. So you can see we have the same idea of the graph. It's right over there. The blue and the green are the same. They reflect our table up there. And this repeats on forever. Now sometimes, just to let you know, some people put a little arrow, make sure it goes over to the end. If you don't want it to look like it goes over, make sure you label it y equals cosine of x. Okay. Now just a reminder, why do I use them by 30 degrees? Because this is like 1.5 radians. Pi over 2 is like 1.57, so that they're equal and they're spaced out right. That's the reason we do it. Could we use a different one? Of course we could, but this makes it more, let's just say, to scale, if anything. So you can see the curve and it repeats on and on. So if we look at cosine, it looks like that. And if we were to put sine and superimpose it, sine, look at this. Here's sine. I'm going to graph it. It goes 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. My sine curve does this. And if you look, you can start to see, look at the similarities between the two. They're pretty similar. In fact, if I picked one up and move it, looks the same, doesn't it? And that's not by coincidence, because sine and cosine are the same almost. They're only off by 90 degrees. Why 90 degrees? Remember our cofunctions, 90 degrees off. We can turn one into the other. That's exactly what is going to happen. That's going to work for all of our trig functions. So there's my little addendum. Hope you guys have a good day.